Hey everybody, out on Lake Butte today. I'm trying to get my bearings back. The walleye run definitely did not go as expected this year. You had that big storm, during the run, and I think that really affected things. And I'm still trying to figure out how. Got a lot of reports of walleye spawning in the marsh, and I've got an equal number of reports of walleye being caught in Oshkosh again, and back in the lake. So. I'm guessing what happened. I'm no biologist or anything, but I'm just guessing that when we got that storm and the water turned a little colder and things just changed, they either spawn in the river, or some people say that they can reabsorb their spawn and come back to the lake. And I think that's what happened to a good number of them. And I'm still trying to figure out where we are, because just caught an 18-inch fish in Lake Butte. Looked like a female. So like I said, I'm trying to get my bearings. I'm not fishing a whole lot today. I've run from the 20th Street ramp to Lake Butte, about halfway west of the lake. About the middle of I ran west into the lake about halfway, and that's where I started fishing. And that's caught the fish in the first trolling run. So. You have to believe there's a lot of them here. I'm marking a lot of inside imaging. It's only 4.5, 5 feet deep, so you don't really get on the 2D. You don't really mark the fish. So I put my boat in at 20th Street. It was half full. The lot was half full, so it tells me right away people aren't catching a whole lot of fish. Otherwise, usually on a Saturday it would be full. So I ran and I looked at Stony Beach, which is usually my first stop this time of year. And then when I didn't see a whole lot there, didn't see a whole lot of fish. There were a couple guys trolling, but that was about it. Didn't see a whole lot of fish, so I went up the river try to find fish, and I could see fish that didn't really look like walleyes. I'm not sure if they were perch or white bass. They'd be small white bass if they were. Didn't see anybody really catching any when I went by. It didn't look, I wasn't stopped or anything, so I didn't have such a great look. But so then there were a lot of people fishing at Rainbow Park, and I saw one small white bass caught there, but that was about it. I didn't see any action. People did not look enthused about fishing at all. Not sure what everybody, what the attraction to everybody fishing in the same place near Rainbow Park. To me, that does not seem like a productive thing to do. But people do it, and I've done it as well. You don't know where else to fish, I guess, and that's just where you go. So basically on the river, anything but, right? I mean, if there's tons of people, you can catch fish anywhere in Oshkosh. There's no unproductive part of the river, right? I've caught fish all over. So. The pattern on Butte and on Poigan is to run little salmos or little size 4 flicker shads, and that's a pattern that really works. I think in my experience, it's a big fish pattern, so you don't get a whole lot of bites, but the fish you do get are usually decent size. Like the one I caught was 18 today, and I've caught fish up to 24 inches. It's really interesting too, because you only have 10 to 25 feet of line behind the board, and so what happens is the big walleye pulls it, and it pulls can pull the whole board down. Exciting. You get the visual feedback and everything. sure there'll be a down run. Not saying that, you know, just because a lot of fish came back in the lake that, you know, it's over, you know, on the river, because I'm confident it's not. As far as I know, the males still stayed up in the marshes, and the females that did make it up there, you know, will make their way back. So, you know, there's going to be a pretty good run in about a week or so. Just, you know, the fish are really spread out in the system, and that's really, as far as I'm concerned, that's a good thing. Maybe you don't get, you know, 60 fish days, but if you can go and catch walleye just about anywhere, you know, you're close. If I can go into Oshkosh and I'm close to home, you know, I'm a big fan of that. So I will be fishing more, you know, in Oshkosh, but I definitely, you know, get a chance, we'll go up to the river again, especially if I get some good reports. And that's the report for today. Water temperature in Lake Butte was 53 degrees. This was trip 12 out of 100. Caught 1 walleye today and 41 for the year. So with that information, let's get out and fish.